Very few, if any, scholars still believe that women, disciples, and everyone else visited the wrong tomb due to several excellent reasons, such as the fact many people in Jerusalem likely would have known where Joseph of Arimathea's tomb was, for he was not just an average citizen with an average gravesite. Also, if someone did not know where Joseph's tomb was, when Pilate said a watch over the grave, he indicated its locality to friend and foe alike, as Bernard Ram remarked. Since guarding a tomb surely was not a common occurrence, the exact location of the Roman guard would have been noticed by at least some of the large Passover crowd in Jerusalem. Further, the Roman seal firmly attached to the tomb's entrance would have been seen. Since this distinct feature was placed on only Jesus' tomb, it would have been impossible for everyone to have gone to the wrong gravesite. Additionally, we know, based upon the honest early and historical New Testament, that at least Mary Magdalene and Mary, the mother of James, closely watched Joseph of Arimathea and Nicodemus prepare Jesus' body and put it in the tomb. Luke 23:55 tells us they followed after and beheld the sepulchre and how his body was laid. Matthew 27:61 adds they were sitting over against the sepulchre, and Mark 15:47 states they beheld where he was laid. They observed these things between 3 p.m. to 6 p.m. during normally light hours, so they would not have been confused by darkness. Some have said the women attempted to visit the tomb during darkness on Resurrection Day and could have accidentally stumbled upon the wrong tomb. However, it was apparently light enough for them to see the stone rolled away from the tomb's entrance, as reported in Mark 16:1-4 and John 21. According to John 20:2, they were also able to run without tripping as they proclaimed the good news to the disciples, so it must have been at least moderately light. It was also light enough for Peter and John to soon run back to the same tomb and observe the grave clothes and headcloth lying within. So to propose the women travel to the wrong tomb on Resurrection Day is incredulous, for they clearly knew where the tomb was. Do you honestly think they would have forgotten the burial location of the one they loved so dearly? On a personal level, would you forget the location of a loved one you had seen buried just 3 days earlier? I'm sure you'd remember the exact burial location. So did they. This theory also falsely suggests Nicodemus, the disciples, Roman guards, and Jewish religious leaders all failed to find the right tomb. Further, we are expected to believe even Joseph of Arimathea forgot where his own tomb was located. These assumptions are illogical. Finally, an empty tomb of any type would not have dramatically changed and convinced the despondent disciples, countless Jews and skeptics like Paul, James, Jude, Peter, and Thomas, to voluntarily suffer and die. These individuals all required physical proof of Jesus' continued physical existence. The wrong tomb theory is an unsuccessful attempt to refute Jesus' literal resurrection, and understandably is not esteemed highly by those who know the historical facts. Some have imagined the tomb was never visited, but several groups and individuals had a vested interest in Jesus' supposed resurrection and would have been highly motivated to investigate the tomb to assure it was vacant. Specifically, the Jewish religious leaders would have wanted to confirm Jesus' body still lay in the tomb. If it did, then they surely would have spread this fact abroad to forever crush the fledgling Christian faith. The Roman government would have likewise inspected the tomb to permanently end the steadily growing chaos caused by the resurrection news. It is also very likely at least some of the Roman soldiers inspected the tomb and scoured the surrounding area for any evidence of Jesus' dead body before they met with the deceptive Jewish religious leaders, especially since their lives hung in the balance. The disciples, numerous Jewish and Gentile converts, as well as strong skeptics like Paul, James, and Jude, would have also surely examined the tomb. Since the resurrection was at the centerpiece of their faith, they could have and would have made every effort to assure this event was historically certain. We also know, based upon the early written, honest, and historically trustworthy New Testament, that some did indeed visit Jesus' tomb after the resurrection, including several women, John and Peter. In contrast, there is no historical support for the claim the tomb was never visited.